You're not bad at hearing God, you're just distracted. Sometimes we convince ourselves that we're terrible about hearing from God, and we think, well, maybe we're not spiritual enough, or maybe God doesn't speak to me like He speaks to other people. But here's the truth: you're just distracted. God has never stopped speaking. From Genesis to Revelation, He's a God who reveals, who whispers, who leads, who nudges, comforts, convicts, and guides. Jesus said, "My sheep hear my voice." Not might, not some, not the special ones. My sheep hear my voice. If you belong to Him, you can hear Him. But in a world full of noise, notifications, opinions, pressure, social media, comparison, fear, our minds get so full that God's voice doesn't get quieter, it gets crowded. It reminds me of Elijah. He expected God in the wind, the earthquake, the fire. But then God came in a whisper. A whisper. Not because God was hiding, because you can only hear a whisper when you're close. And closeness requires stillness. So maybe the issue is that God isn't speaking. Isn't that God isn't speaking to you? Maybe it's the issue that your soul hasn't had a moment to breathe. Or maybe you've been pouring out to everyone else or carrying things that you were never meant to carry. You're running on empty. And God is simply inviting you to slow down enough so you can hear Him again. You don't need to strive. You don't need to perform. You don't need to get better at hearing God. You just need space. Space for your heart to settle. For your space for your mind to stay quiet. Space so you can hear His whisper above the noise. So take a pause today. Turn down the volume of everything else, and you'll realize God's been speaking all along. You're not bad at hearing Him. You're just coming back into focus.